What's up, my people? It's your boy Holly back again, giving all praises to the Most High, thanking Him for His Son and His sacrifice, the Messiah. Listen, man, today I want to talk about how many people are falling for prosperity. How many people have itching ears? Now, I don't like to talk bad about churches. I don't like to talk bad about pastors or preachers. I mean, I've done it in the past, but I've grown to have wisdom and realize that I got to work on me. But one thing I will say is that a lot of people are falling for prosperity. And to me, it's turning into a situation where the pastor is telling you, do this, do that, and the Most High God will give you this. So it's almost turning into a lottery. It's turning into a gamble where they're saying sow a seed of this and give this and you'll get this. And the funny thing is, a lot of people get addicted to it like they get addicted to gambling. Because the one thing I've understood is that there's a difference between teaching someone and playing on their emotions. There are a lot of people who are playing on emotions, and a lot of women in particular and people in church, there are needs that are not being met outside of the church. So therefore you will come inside of the church and you will pay to have your emotional needs met. So there is a lot of prosperity in the world because a lot of us, we want to be prosperous. We want to have the big car and the mansion, and we want to have all the finest clothes and jewelry, and we just want to live this materialized life. And the prosperity preachers are right there to take the mindset that you have, but in turn flip it to where you're giving it to them, and they're just selling you a dream. So right now, people, do not put your faith in people. Put your faith in God. Put your faith in God and His Son. Regardless of what you call Him, if you call Him Yah, God, whatever it is, Ahaya, realize that you put your faith in the Most High God, not in the man. Because a lot of people will lead you right off the cliff. A lot of people will lead you to doing things that you don't need to do. You don't need to be paying $2,000 going to these churches while they're wearing Rolexes and $20,000 chains and $4,000 suits, all off the sweat of the brow of the people who go to work every day. People go to work every day and bust their humps, and then they go in there and they say, I got to give them my 10th, or I got to give them what I got. And I'm not saying don't give. I'm not saying don't give to pastors. What I'm talking about is the prosperity movement that is jumped out in front for some reason. Nobody wants the pain or the stronghold or the struggle or, those fruits. I know that I didn't necessarily touch on them, but there are the fruits that you go through. And a lot of us aren't talking about sin. We aren't talking about the struggle. We aren't talking about what the saved people will go through. We aren't talking about the essential things to actually uproot all of the terrible things that are inside of you. We just want to mask that with all of these material things. So I urge you now, if you are dealing with a prosperity pastor, you really need to figure out in your spirit, pray and learn, is this person a prosperity pastor or not? Because there are a lot of good pastors, there are a lot of good men of God out here that can teach you things. But then there are a lot of people that are posing. There are people who have learned how to and play on your emotions and play that organ on this key and all these things, and they come in there with the fly suits and all this stuff, and they're just playing on everyone's emotions. So people, please realize, if you have a prosperity pastor, get up out of there. This is real life. This is not everyone gets a mansion. This ain't Oprah prosperity. Everyone gets a mansion. Everyone gets a car. Everyone owns a business.